Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The 38th birthday haul of one James High Octane Lanham. Now officially middle-aged and crazy, not just crazy. For years I thought statistically to be middle-aged it was like 40 to 60 years old, but no, it turns out it's 38 to 58 or something like that. So middle-aged and crazy I am for the next 20 years. If I hopefully live that long, I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen, and if not, I'll go out on my shield. I'll go out doing the right thing with ICW Central West and everyone else. But yeah, 20 years and then I'm a senior citizen. It's hard to believe. Today when I was having lunch, there was a girl, a young woman, who was younger than me, and she's in there with her daughter and her daughter's daughter. This woman couldn't have been more than 35, was a grandma. So, bit of an eye-opener. I've only got fur babies, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, they destroy your house, but you don't have to put them through university or buy them a car or anything like that. The worst thing is the vet bills when they eventually pass, because they don't live long enough. But yeah, here's the haul. I know Mum and Dad and Richard apparently got me something really nice. They said, some big item, and I have no idea what it is, that they're going to give me at my birthday party in a couple of weeks when we head out to Lake Canobolas for our birthday shindig. But yeah, Mother Dearest and I did our usual shopping trip. Usually we go Orange or Bathurst. This time it was Bathurst. Oh, it was Orange because they're getting wrestling figures again, and they've got a JB Hi-Fi now as well. Yeah, so annual birthday shopping trip. We didn't go for a swim because it was cold and rainy, but we needed that rain. Got about 3 inches out the farm, over 70 mils, so Dad's happy with that. I'll do a bit of a description, a bit of a descriptus. So I got these wrestling figures. This was a hard choice of which wrestling figure to get. I knew if they had a Julius Creed, this Elite 1, Series 122, I was going to have to get it. Because my dad got me a Brutus Creed for Christmas. And I always feel a bit bad if I don't complete tag teams. I don't always have to complete sets, but I like to complete tag teams. In saying that, I do not have a Bubba Ray Dudley figure, but for years I've had a Bone Cruncher Devon Dudley that I got for my 15th birthday. And yeah, I've never finished that tag team, so one day I'll have to do that. I've got that Austin, I've got the EO Sky. I do not have that Damien Priest. I've got a similar Damien Priest in the basic, the main event line. But yeah, I'm getting close to filling this setup. And yeah, it's a good figure. I was taken aback with this RVD. I saw it and I said, you're coming home with me. And yeah, I have a lot of other RVD figures, but they're all the old Jakks Pacific figures. I have no Mattel RVDs, and definitely not any like modern Elite or even main event level, main event figure or basic figure back in the day RVD. So yeah, the singlet looks amazing. Airbrush singlet. I was taken with the Mr. Bunny in the Bacon briefcase with his trademark airbrushing on it. It's a very nice figure. See it, Series 29. They're trying to make these look like the WWE Legends Elites that came out back in, I think it was 2010 or 11, which I actually have one of the, I think it's a Series 1. Series 1 Bobby Heenan. It's a very nice figure. And I did actually, Series 1, not Bobby Heenan. Series 1 Dusty Rhodes, but here we have the coordinating Series 29, the Bobby Heenan. I think I have one loose, old Jakks Pacific Bobby Heenan, but he doesn't have his jacket or anything. You couldn't go past this. Bobby Heenan. He's got his trademark jacket and just look. Yeah, this is a brilliant figure. Even the packaging's awesome. For those unaware, I'm a mint-on-card collector unless I have doubles or unless they're figures that I've bought second-hand loose, or if they're my childhood figures. I stopped unboxing figures at 15 and keeping them on mint-on-card, so I have a fairly good amount of mint-on-card figures. Lots of loose, but yeah. I've always seen the package as part of the figure. It's part of what you buy. It's the artwork. I could never part with them, so I'd have to keep them here somewhere anyway, in boxes. I do that when I unbox like a double of a figure. But yeah, and these are probably all going to have to live here for a while. I was going to install some pegboard in my main wrestling room. This is being filmed in the second wrestling room, my spare bedroom in the sleep out. And the pegboard wasn't going to work in the main wrestling room because both wrestling rooms are built-in veranda, so the walls aren't really solid enough to install pegboard on. You have to reinforce it pretty big time on the back. So I've actually ordered a standalone, like a metal pegboard that comes with the pegs to hang figures and stuff on. So that should be here by March 10th. I'm hoping to get it installed before my guests and that come for my birthday party. But either way, it's going to be pretty cool. Going to have to do another bit of a rearrange. End up having to rearrange every few weeks now instead of every few months like I used to. That's part of being a collector. And I also got these comics. Those who don't know, I used to be a big comic guy. Like, it was my big obsession before I got into wrestling. It's just that wrestling was like real life comics, and I could actually, it was something I could do, and like I can't be the Incredible Hulk or whatever, but I can be James High Octane Lanham. And so I'm getting back into comics. I've had a couple of like times where I've got back into them late high school, and then again, it was like 2016, 2017, I got back into them. Oh, a bit before that, 2015, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then I quit my job because my workplace, the head office, were a bunch of cunts. So I quit my job, and finances weren't as good, so comics had to take a back seat. But a few things are going my way financially, and my family's about to be a fair bit better off financially with a few things that are happening. And now that I'm not wrestling, not travelling for wrestling, and I'm just wrestling in Cowra, it saves a lot of money. Like a lot of people, I got into a bit of a false sense of security with COVID, not having to travel for wrestling, and I was buying all the wrestling figures I could, because really, especially after Emma died, it was very much retail therapy in 2021. And yeah, it was a bit of a wake-up call to us all, I think, when COVID ended. Had to start travelling for wrestling, and those who have day jobs work and everything else. And yet the prices of things didn't go down, and petrol prices just went back up and everything else. And inflation fucked us around in that. But yeah, so even collecting figures took a back seat for a while, but I'm starting to get a bit more back into it. I've had to slow down a little bit too because of lack of room until I like rearrange some stuff and try and free up some space with these standalone pegboard stuff, and I might get more of those. They're pretty reasonably priced. But yeah, a few things are gone my way financially, and about to even more so. So not travelling for wrestling has actually helped financially. So I can actually treat myself with things, and even just having more time to read comics and stuff. It's a bit of a awkward thing having to hold them with my nerve damaged hands, and that I can't read for more than maybe 10 or 20 minutes at a time. But comics are good, especially the single issue floppies, because I can hold them, and they're like hardcovers are a bit harder, especially like collected editions and that. But yeah, I'm starting to enjoy things that aren't wrestling. For decades I didn't really do much that wasn't wrestling, so I'm still passionate and still doing all I can with ICW Central Western Wrestling in general, and I watch a lot of wrestling. But yeah, I'm trying to branch out and just enjoy some stuff that isn't the bone-bending game. So yeah, and I'm enjoying it. A bit more fishing and stuff. This YouTube channel in general, being that it's not just a wrestling channel. And I got myself this blender. My other blender carked it. I got it in 2019. Some bitch gave me a blender years ago, and we kind of had a falling out. So I got rid of it. Couldn't really use it just because of the stigma it would carry for me. So I bought a blender at Martin's, which is running again now. Better Electrical, and it just carked it. Lasted all that time. My milkshake, it was my protein shake, went straight through the engine and just fried the thing. So, and it was $50. I know this one's a lighter thing, but the other one was like heavy and hard to wash and hard to store when you have as much collectibles as I do in a house. Don't have a lot of room, and I know the kitchen I don't really have wrestling collectibles. Maybe one day if I run out of room, but yeah, and heavy and hard to like wield and wash up and that, because with my neck issues and my back issues and nerve issues in my arms, just little tasks are hard. So this is just a nice light one on special for $15 dues at Big W in Orange. And you can get other bottles to go with it too, so we'll see how it goes. And the good thing with something cheap, may not last as long, but when you have to get new ones, only $15, not 50 or 100 or anything like that. And so, following that, got these two video games. I had a list on my phone of things I needed to buy, that Julius Creed figure being one of them. But I inherited Emma's Xbox 360. Like, we were always a PlayStation family, and same here, like, now that I've moved out. But I inherited Emma's Xbox 360, and some games came with it, including Mass Effect, but it wasn't in the case. There was another game in the case. I think it was like Lego Star Wars or something. So I bought this to, like, complete that collection. Bit of a shout out to Emma. And this one was here too. This is at EB Games in Orange. They're knocking out these retro games really cheap, so I thought, what's better than one Mass Effect? Two Mass Effects, and I've never really played them. So it's going to be interesting to try. I might even film some of that and put it on the channel. It's on my bedroom wall TV instead of the bedroom alcove or the lounge room TV. Yes, I have 3 TVs. And I live alone. Well, one human, 2 doggos. Yeah, so I'll give that a go. I might film it and see if you guys enjoy. What else did I get? I got this diet book, which is kind of my approach at life at the moment, is you don't have to do, whether it's diet or whatever else, no need to be too structured or anything, just go with the flow. I know it's hard for me to do as a very anxious person, but with my concussions and that, my sleeping pattern's been all over the shop with chronic fatigue and my various health issues, I kind of just got to take the wins and the windows when they come and do things when I can and not do things when I can't and not stress too much. So hopefully this book helps me with that. I've lost about 30 kilos since 2021 when I gained 30 kilos after 2018 when I got a huge concussion. And again, that was first concussion in 2017 from some dickhead named Rob. But yeah, high cortisol went up, diabetes happened, weight gain happened, and now with a bunch of health measures like more Gym, more walking, well, home Gym, I don't go to the gym in town anymore, I just work out at home, but more walking, Ozempic, other medications, and getting my calf injury treated by Jenny Moynihan with bone therapy has really helped. So I've lost 30 kilos, so this will hopefully help me on my way with that. Got this Ampol hat. One of my interests growing up, and a little bit now, is petrol stations. I always like to take note of them. It's got this old school Ampol logo. I don't know how old that is. I probably won't ever wear that. That'll probably go on display somewhere, one of the collection rooms. Yeah, I really like that. Couldn't walk past it. I got this thing. I don't know if it'll stay in my bathroom, but like with these suction cups, I might have to hang it just on the shower head itself. Got this thing to hang stuff in my shower. I don't have anything like that. Everything just goes sort of on the side of the bath. Shampoo and the like. But yeah, hopefully that helps unclutter my bathroom a bit. Put some shampoo and other accoutrements in that for when I'm doing the bathing in the shower, even the bath. I've got this red bottle I was just taken with the colour. I like red and I like sort of maroon, ruby sort of colour, burgundy. My mum and dad always sort of have the argument about is it burgundy or maroon. They actually painted the bedroom at their house that. Dad says maroon because he's a Manly supporter. Mum says burgundy probably just because she's an artist, and it's the more like chic way of saying it, more artistic. But yeah, so until my actual birthday celebration, this is... Oh, I forgot, yeah, these DVDs. I got these DVDs from Orange Tip Shop. They only end up being about $1 each or so. I think I need that with Missy at the moment. Some old school light-hearted movies. We got, yeah, that one looked nice. Cricket, get into cricket a bit. And I got this Octopussy DVD because I just wanted purely, oh, it might be a good watch, but I just wanted to do the Simpsons quote and say to Emma's family, both here and abroad, you know what I like about you English? Octopussy. I must have seen that movie twice. So I better watch that twice so I can say that and be honest about it. Just like I've had the conversation with friends and family that I'm considering eating a very small amount of donkey shit so I can say that I do eat donkey shit. I'm not just lying. I guess I'm quoting a song, so I'm not necessarily lying, but just to ram the fact home that I'm very honest. Sometimes at my own detriment. I may even eat some donkey shit to make the thing I keep posting over and over again on Facebook be true. Yeah, I've got this Hawkworld comic, one of these collections that cost me $3 on an 80% off rack at one of the news agencies in Orange. Got this Phantom comic. I got distracted. I should have explained more. Phantom comic from the news agency there. I'm back into the Phantom comics. They're the only comics you can get in Cara, so I get them every fortnight now. I have a good collection of those. A backlog of them to read too. And I got these two. I think the place is called Roll the Dice Collectibles. They actually have like pretty modern comics, not brand new, but pretty modern. Single issue floppies and some like graphic novels and stuff. Mostly manga, but I don't really get into manga. I was just never really given it a chance. I probably would if I got into it, but yeah, the manga has taken up the whole comic shelf in the new bookshop. What used to be there, I don't know what it is. I think it's not Borders, but one of the bookshops in Orange. There's no more like American comics. It's all manga, and maybe I should get into it. A lot of people do, so I should give it a chance now that I'm branching out. But yeah, got a couple of these comics from, I think it's second Roll the Dice Collectibles. We very affectionately have nicknamed that shop. It's moved and got more stuff in it. Like, I don't think it had the comics before. But my family has affectionately called it the Nerd Shop. I'm very unashamedly a nerd, so it's a compliment. But yeah, it's a nerd shop with like gaming stuff and that. No Pokemon, which is weird, but a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering. I was trying to find Pokemon cards today. Couldn't find Pokemon cards anywhere in Orange. Yu-Gi-Oh! Everywhere in footy, and Italian Brainwater. I don't know what on earth Italian Brainwater is. If it's a show or just a collectible or what. Yeah, kids are weird nowadays with what they like, but This is coming from someone who used to be thrown off a roof and like thrown around a backyard doing backyard wrestling, and then I never grew up and just did it in a formal, like more legally sound environment, but got way more hurt doing that than most backyard wrestlers do. Just never really grew up, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're meant to grow old, not grow up. But yeah, this is the haul for James High Octane Lanham's 38th birthday, and my 38th year on Earth. We will be running Kara's Fight for Emma, Kara's annual pro wrestling show that fights Tongue Cancer 279 for Emma, with Kara as our tag team partner and everyone else who travels to come to the show. Presented by Club Kara, Emma's Tongue Cancer Charity, and ICW Central West. Buy your tickets now from the Kara Civic Centre box office or website, October 31st. There will be, hopefully, some Halloween shenanigans and just normal pro wrestling as well. Bit of everything. It's like the circus. You'll find something you like. Come in curious, leave a fan guaranteed. But anyway, we'll see you at the show, and hopefully, all going well, I'll see you at the next birthday haul. Ta-ta, and farewell.